Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Lunch and Learn podcast, your favorite lunchtime podcast, of course, brought to you by Join Momentum. My name is Clara Rufai. I'm a Scrum Master and Delivery Manager, a Project Delivery Manager at Join Momentum. And today I'm actually joined by two of my colleagues, Anusree and Rukaiyah, and we'll be diving into the topic of navigating career transitions. Along the way, we're going to be sharing some tips and tools and strategies for successful career pivoting at any age and at any stage. So let's get this started. Rukaya, over to you.
Thanks so much, Clara. My name is Rukaiyah Mustapha-Adeniyi, and I think we've all been through probably once or twice career transitions in our lives, or we know someone that is going through a career transition, whether it's switching industries or roles, or even starting their own business. It can be a challenging but rewarding journey. And today we want to share our insights to help others, to help you navigate this journey successfully. What do you say, Anusri?
Exactly, Rukaiyah. Hi guys, I'm Anusree, Ashokan Pullari Paramb. I'm a business analyst intern at Join Momentum. So, as Clara mentioned, today we're gonna discuss the career navigation. So sometimes, yeah, it's a bit intimidating that career transition, moving from one line of work to another can be definitely nerve wracking. But if we take the correct approach and have the appropriate frame of mind, it can now open up a new doors of opportunity and avenues for professional development as well as your career development. So this brings us a piece of advice. So shall we start with the advice? Over to you, Clara.
Yes, Anusri, thank you so much. I'm actually excited about this conversation today because I think all three of us, if I'm not mistaken, have in one way or the other, at one time or the other, been involved in career transitioning. So it will be interesting to see, the various perspectives that we all have along the way. And yes, as Anusri said, we do have some tips to share. We have 5 tips to share with you today. And I'm going to kick us off into the very first tip. The very first tip where I want to start from is around self assessment and reflection. And I think that this is a perfect place to start because, the importance of self reflection, self assessment cannot be overemphasized. And in any sphere in life, really, you cannot overemphasize it. It's a very critical one and very important. And when you are looking to transition from one career to another, one industry to another, of course, it becomes even more important. So it is very critical to do that self evaluation. Who am I? What makes me happy? What makes me tick? What kind of work do I want to do? What are my values in life? Where am I currently? Where do I want to go? What are my skills? What are my resources? What are my behavioral tendencies? Whatever it is that you want to see, I recommend sitting down and writing them down and just taking stock of, get to understand yourself better. And this is something that we should all do from time to time. And of course, definitely we should do it before we consider a job change or a career change because the average person spends a whole lot of time at work, doing their work. And imagine if you were not happy. Imagine if you transition and then you thought you now go ahead to, regret that transition. So yes, in order for you to be able to match yourself in with the right job, with the right role, you do need to spend some time doing that self-assessment that I talked about, self-reflection. And that's something that I would recommend. That should be the starting point. Rukaya, what do you think?
I couldn't agree with you more, Clara. Like understanding oneself, like self-awareness is the foundation of any successful career transition.
You agree?
Yeah, so tools, you just need to like do a personality assessment, feedback from people you consider mentors, colleagues, acquaintances. I'll use myself as an example. When I started considering transitioning from one career to the other, I sought advice like in insights from people that know me personally and professionally, and they were able to like steer me in the direction, like, oh, this, where have you considered this role, have you checked this role, this would really suit your personality, and also skills that you that I have acquired along the way would match this type of role. If you
Mhm.
transition into it, it will make it a little bit seamless. So knowing yourself is very, very important. What do you think, Anusri?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, it's an important stuff that we have to do the self evaluation or self assessment before doing something. So, and next, I'm going to talk about the next, our second tip. It is research and exploration. Okay, then once you have got a better grasp of who you are, the next step is to conduct research and investigate. Okay, about the various job routes that are in aligned with your interest and hobbies, and investigate the fields, the business, and the positions that pique your interest, and make it a point of collect as much as you can, and just analyze data that you are information that you are collected, that it's all this is what you are looking for. And please be in mind that do not go with others interests. For example, if one of my friend is doing the course, I'm also going with that. If one of my friend is doing this job, I'm going to do the same exact job as. Do not, please do not do that. Just think, do the self assessment, do a research, and please make sure that this is what you want, because you are going through a very important step in your career, like career transitioning. So over to you, Clara, to discuss the next step.
Oh, thanks, Anusri. I totally agree. You heard her right, guys. Do not, do not go into something simply because your friends are doing it. Honestly, that is so important because all too often we get swayed by peer pressure without even realizing it. Everyone is doing crypto. Everyone is doing this. I'm just giving random examples here, but that may not be the path that you need to follow or you're supposed to follow. So it's absolutely important. Takes me back to the very first point, right, which is, that thing about understanding who you are, your personality, why you're here, where do you want to go, and making sure that at any point in time, really, not just at the point when you're making a career change or transition, at any point in time, you should be asking yourself, am I traveling in the direction of what I want? Am I traveling in the direction of my goals, my objectives for my life in general? This is like absolutely important, no matter who you are or where you are. It's important to keep doing that assessment. So in that process of that Anusri spoke about, I'm going to say that networking is very critical. And networking is simply, I describe it as the process of exchanging, connecting with other people in order to exchange ideas, professional ideas, and social ideas, and things like that. So it's absolutely important to factor that in. Don't close yourself out. Because if you do, you're going to be missing out on certain information, certain trends in the industry, for instance, and certain ideas and thoughts that you should actually be taking into cognizance in even deciding to make that transition. So, yeah, absolutely important to be reaching out. Make sure you reach out to professionals, and you don't need to know them one on one or personally. Of course, if you can get a mentor or you can get a coach who is already active in that field, great. But if you cannot afford to pay for a coach, there's lots of free resources online. YouTube is there. There's so many things these days. Even AI can be your personal teacher. All you have to do is ask it a question and it will give you a whole lot. So there are many resources that we can actually tap into, resources that will tell you more about the desired field, that will tell you more about the job you want to go into, the career you want to go into. You can also attend industry events, right? You can join relevant groups. When you go on the internet, on practically every topic you can think about, you will probably see discussion groups, community forums, and things like that. Whatever problem or challenge you're going through in life, in career, someone else has experienced it. And there will be tips. They would have shared their thoughts and their ideas. So you want to just make sure that you get all the necessary info and put it on the drawing board, and then decide how you want to where you want to go from there. So yeah, Rukaiyyah, what do you think?
Absolutely. You see, this second tip, research and exploration, I'll use myself as an example
Yeah.
again. when I was when I had decided, okay, I'm transitioning to this role, I shopped around. I shopped around a whole lot on
Mm,
where I'll be able to gain the experience to be able to like deliver on this role. And what happened was a relative sent me a flyer that this is where Join Momentum comes in. And a relative sent me a flyer. Join Momentum was organizing a summer hangout,
mhm,
and I one of the best decisions I made was going for that summer hangout. And I can say that one trip that I made down that summer is one of the most critical decisions I'll make in my lifetime, because going for that event sealed it for me, because I had shopped around but I didn't find any of these organizations that really suited me. But when I went for this event, the camaraderie, the knowledge, the confidence at which people in that joint momentum ecosystem were talking about, it just sealed it for me, and it was the best decision I've ever made. So doing your research and networking, do your research and follow through, you'll be glad you did. The next tip will be skill development and training. As you explore new career paths, you may identify gaps in your skills and the knowledge that you've acquired. Investing in skill development and training, I will say, while having textbook knowledge is fantastic, you will need to add hands-on job experience to have hands-on knowledge on how to deliver on your role. This is where I join momentum also will come in. I like embarked on textbook training, and then I followed through with the career accelerator program that join momentum offers, and this will significantly enhance your confidence, because you will work on real life projects. You will see how the job role works in a real situation, a real life situation. You work on real projects, and this experience will enhance your employability and confidence during this transition. What do you think, Anusree?
It definitely okay. Yeah. Here, I would like to share my experience because I could share some career transitions that happened in my life. My undergraduate was in computer science and engineering. Then I was working as a systems engineer for 1 year. So during some of the first month self, I realized that this is not what I'm looking for. I'm not very much into the programming languages, but I'm not ready to leave my technological or technical background entirely in somewhere. So I started to do some research and I got a conclusion that I'm going to go with the business analytics field because there I can utilize my technical skills and both management skills. So I decided to do my master's degree in business analytics. For that's a kind of transition from that full technical background to a mixture of technical management and everything. So after completing my master's degree, and I got a great opportunity to be a part of the great join momentum. There I'm getting a lot of skill development, my how to improve myself as a great business analyst. So I'm really grateful to be a part of this team. So and okay, I did all these things, but before I jump into the business analytics, I did a lot of online courses, workshops and certifications that may assist you to acquiring new talents or improving any abilities that you already possess. I did that, and that improved my skills, my confidence, how to become a good business analyst, how to try my job up, how to try myself in the job as a great one. So definitely, I would recommend everyone to do some online courses, internship, workshop, subscribe some newsletters, a lot of steps like this to improve yourselves and your skill set if you have decided to do this career transition. Over to you, Clara.
Yeah, I totally agree with all that yourself and Rukaiya have been saying. It is absolutely important because if you don't, and again, this is where a company like Join Momentum just does some really exciting work that gives me hope for the future.
Yeah.
Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of times, a lot of us would have, say you're a fresh graduate, or say you've been working in a particular career or field or role or sector or industry, and you're now looking to transition. The truth of the matter is, you may have the head knowledge. Your CV may say the right things as a new graduate, but you don't have the hands-on experience. How do you bridge that gap? How do you find that hands-on experience? Because the employer, understandably, is going to want you to bring value from day one. They're going to want you to hit the ground running. And you're coming in and expecting to get your, to be handheld through the process. It's about the return on investment. They've employed you. Why would they give you the job rather than to somebody else who perhaps has more experience? So that brings up that question, the age-old question: how do you get the experience? Which one comes first, the chicken or the egg? If you don't give me the opportunity to get the experience, how am I going to get? No one is born with experience. So one of the projects that Join Momentum is working on, which I'm so privileged to be involved in, is actually a platform that is going to address that is going to bridge the frustrations, the challenges, and the gaps between the employers and the employees. And I can't wait for that to come to light, So it's very exciting, and I feel very privileged to be a part of that project, because it will offer you the opportunity to get that hands-on experience that you need, and that hands-on experience is what will boost your self-confidence when you sit before an interviewer to take questions. And also when you get into your new role, for instance, from day one, you know what to do because you've already been doing it, before you came on the job. So having that kind of help can definitely go a long way. If you are looking to career transition, it can go a long way. So it's definitely one to think about. And at this point, I think we are going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And when we come back, we'll carry on with our discussions.
Welcome to Join Momentum, where we're not just a company, but a community of digital innovators. At Join Momentum, our mission is simple yet powerful: to accelerate digital talents and business productivity through practical work experiences, trainee internships, and talent placement. We believe in the transformative power of hands-on experience and mentorship, so all our associates learn by doing, not just theories. Through these efforts, we build innovative products and solutions that address user needs and create value for our candidates, clients, and stakeholders. You can partner with us in our mission to accelerate digital talents and increase business productivity by working with us, hiring our talents, or investing in us. This is Join Momentum.
Are you an expert in your field, or do you provide professional services and consultation? Do you have knowledge that someone would be willing to pay for? Do you know how to monetize that knowledge and turn it into a sustainable online business? You're not alone. Many professionals find it challenging to create a profitable online business around their expertise. But now, there's a solution. Subscribe to the Customer Skills Consultation app waitlist and download the Knowledge Monetization Toolkit, packed with practical strategies and real-world examples that will help you monetize your skills, knowledge, and create a sustainable online income. Whether you're a coach, consultant, author, speaker, teacher, or any other type of expert, this ebook will give you the tools and guidance you need to succeed. Don't wait any longer to monetize your knowledge. Join our waitlist now and take the first step towards creating a sustainable online income. Visit www.cashmyskills.com.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. In case you're just joining, my name is Clara Rufai, and I'm a Scrum Master and Project Delivery Manager at Join Momentum. So I have with me my colleagues, and we're discussing a very exciting topic, actually, navigating career transitions at any age. So yes, we've been talking about that, and we've shared quite a few tips, and we're going to be continuing the discussion. So welcome. Rukaiyyah?
Thank you very much, Clara. My name is Rukaiyah Mustapha-Adeniyi. I'm a Scrum Master Delivery Lead with Join Momentum.
Hi everyone, I'm Anusree Pullari Paramb. I'm a business analyst at Join Momentum. So we're on breaks. We just come back. So over to you, Clara, to continue with our discussion.
Thanks, Anusree. So I'm going to share the fourth tip, right? Remember I said we had 5 tips for you. I'll be sharing the 4th tip now, and that tip is around building a strong personal brand. See, whether you are in business or not, I'm not talking about, being a business owner or whatever, whoever you are, you have to have a personal brand. You have to have something that comes to mind when people think about you, the way you do things, how the things you do, the way you do things, the way you give service, the way you show up, the way you express yourself, all of that can contribute to your personal brand. But when it comes to career, we also have to, think about things like how you show up professionally, how you show up on the career side of things. So for instance, if you go on Instagram, there's something that people use called a linked tree. So if you were to click in there, you probably will see a lot more. That link tree will tell you or will lead you to various places where they have their works, things they've written, their expressions and all of that, how they show up online. They want to showcase the best sides of them. So I'm going to say that in deciding to make, if you do decide to make that career transition, it's going to be very important to think strategically about your personal brand and make sure that you're making a very strong statement online with your personal brand. Now, developing what I call a powerful personal brand is absolutely necessary when you are, shall I say, navigating a shift from one profession to another, one industry to another. You have to think about, updating your resume, your CV. Maybe the last role that you were in, you were there for 5 years or 10 years, or my last role, for instance, before joining Join Momentum was for 11 years. So I hadn't had to interview, I hadn't had to even revamp my CV for that long. So if I now want to, basically posture myself to go into another industry, I'm going to have to pull up my old CV and say, how do CVs look these days? Is mine still fit for purpose? Do I need to tweak it there? Do I need to update it in some way? That's important. Also, how you show up on a platform like, say, LinkedIn, which is, for most people, I think is their favorite, place to go to when they're looking for opportunities and jobs and things like that. You have to make sure that you're showing up in the right way on your LinkedIn page. Then, consider also joining professional platforms where there is conversations and discussions going on about the industry that you want to transition into. And just basically follow industry leaders, coaches, mentors, people who are doing great work already in that field, who can mentor you even from afar. Mentoring doesn't have to be that you know the person one-on-one necessarily, but just anything that you can put in front of you, that you can put on the drawing board, basically, to highlight, tell you more, give you more information about the relevant industry or the relevant role. Those things are going to be very critical. So I would say that, building a strong personal brand is something we should think very carefully about. Rukaiyyah, what do you think?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Clara. I would say that networking and personal branding, they go hand in hand. Establishing a strong presence online, like sharing your knowledge and insights through blog posts, articles on LinkedIn, on social media, and connecting with industry professionals can help you stand out. um, I will also use myself as an example with this, building a strong personal brand. At the time I was starting my career accelerator program with Join Momentum. When my career roadmap were sent to me, there were blog posts, articles connecting with recruiters on the roadmap, and I was confused. I was wondering, why do I have to or write blog posts or write articles regarding my role? As time went on, I realized the importance of it. So this has enabled me to like stand out and create new opportunities for myself. So optimizing your LinkedIn, as a career transitioner, LinkedIn is one of your secret weapons. Optimize your LinkedIn profile, and the rest, they say, will be history. What do you think, Anusree?
Yeah, definitely, okay. Yeah. Optimizing our CV and LinkedIn is one of the main and most important step if someone is thinking about the career transition, because LinkedIn is a platform where you can connect with a lot of people, recruiters, the person or the people who are working with the industry that you are looking into. So that would be the great place that you can directly connect with them and ask if you have any doubts or if you're seeking out any advice from the people from the industry. So definitely, if the LinkedIn profile doesn't look good, definitely no one gonna guess. No, she or he's not. The person is not really into the career transition, or the person is not really thinking about that. This is something just about the time that they are thinking. So definitely you have to optimize your LinkedIn. That is one of the best and important point that you have to remember always if you are thinking about the career transitions. So next we are moving to our last tip. It is like നമ്മുടെ career transition means the embracing our flexibility and adaptability. So there I would like to talk about something that if you're just like if you're planting a tree in a new environment that requires a time to root and flourish. Transition to a new career also involves a good period. It will involves a period of adjustment and growth. When you embark on a career transition, you are essentially planting yourself in a new professional landscape, which may be unfamiliar at first. Just as a tree needs nourishment to thrive, you too need to invest time and effort into acquiring new skills. So, and building relationship and adapting to the new demands of your new role or industry. So it is natural to encounter challenges and setbacks along the way, but with the patience, perseverance, your dedication, your hard work, definitely it's gonna get you a result that you are looking into. So definitely, these are some of the other points that we have to always think about. We have to be patient and calm about the result of this career transition and be always ready to adapt the problems or the interruptions that comes into our way. This is all a part of our journey. So just grab the opportunity if you get an opportunity and face everything. Challenges are to face and overcome it.
No, I totally agree with you, Anusree. And what can I say about, embracing when it comes to embracing flexibility and adaptability? First of all, flexibility and adaptability are two concepts that you cannot escape. It's not just in career or professional. In life in general, you have to be adaptable because the only constant thing in life is change, right? As we've been sitting here, we've been changing. Since we started this conversation some 20 minutes or so ago, we've been getting older, So when you look at it in that sense, you realize that resisting change, it doesn't make any sense, because very soon the world will leave you behind. AI today is threatening, some people say threatening to take over jobs and all of that. It's certainly changing the way that we think, the way we work and everything. So I'm going to say be flexible, especially if you're looking to pivot into the space of digital technology. And what isn't digitally? I mean, I can't think of any sector or industry or role or job these days that has not been inspired by or touched by or influenced by digital or technology. So and it's going to keep on, increasing. Literally every career space has had the influence and continues to have the influence of digital technology. So let's know and accept that. When you know that and you accept that, you realize that, listen, change is happening. If I choose to sit in one place and not move along with the change, then it means that I'm stagnant, because I'm not going to be able to progress forward. So what I can add there is that, yes, as Anusree already said, career transitions are not just they're not going to be linear. Step A, then step B, then step B. Sometimes you may need to make a detour. Sometimes you may need to pull back and assess and reassess. If there is the opportunity to make a detour, to change direction along the way, by all means, take the time to step back and consider them carefully. Remember to do the research. All the points that we've mentioned before are still relevant. Go back and do the research. Go and see what the market is saying, what the trends are, and all of that. And how about maintaining a positive attitude throughout everything? You cannot do without maintaining. For me, I'm very big on motivation, inspiration, and positivity. So I'd say maintain a positive attitude. And once you do that, trust me, every challenge that you can possibly encounter along the way will be made lighter, because you are positive about it, and you already, it's almost like the universe comes to support that positivity that you are putting out into the world. So make sure you're positive about it. Don't forget to leverage your networks. Don't be ashamed at all to leverage your networks, because they say, I've heard it said that collaboration is the new teamwork. And whether you like it, I mean, look at the faces before you today. Yes, we all happen to be speaking to you from the United Kingdom, but obviously, as you can guess, we've come from different parts of the world, and we work with other colleagues from different continents in the world. Technology makes it all happen, and we're all one big happy family at Join Momentum. So yes, it's exciting. Leverage your networks, leverage all the resources, which would of course include your digital resources. Don't forget that you need a positive attitude to help you push through and navigate through the challenges and the uncertainties that you may find, along the way. So, Rukai, I'm going to hand over to you. I don't know what your thoughts are on this one.
Yeah, on this tip, embracing flexibility and adaptability, what I'll have to say is, as we say, enjoy momentum, progress over perfection.
True.
Definitely, yeah, definitely there'll be road bumps, there'll be little issues, little road bumps on your way to transitioning. Just stay firm, stay focused, and when you prioritize progress over being perfect, success is guaranteed. So before we close off our discussion, do you, Anusree, Clara, do you have any other thing to say on this?
Yes, Rukaiyyah, it's really, sometimes I feel like it is really mandatory to have some transitions in our life, especially if it comes to career. It's gonna make a great impact on your life. So, but that's what I'm thinking, or that's what I'm saying. So, if you got a chance, or if you are thinking to do any kind of career transition, please do not think about your age, your situation, or anything. If you get a kind of feeling like you need a break or you need a transition, just do the tips, just remember the tips that we have shared with you, and go on with the flow. Definitely everything will be in the successful. And all the very best, yeah, everyone who is thinking about the career transitions. And yeah, hopefully you found these suggestions and the tips are useful and enlightening. It is important to keep in mind that changes in one's work may be life-changing and fulfilling experience, as I mentioned earlier, affording one the chance to explore new avenues and advantages. The chances for both professional and personal development is really very, it gonna make a great impact on your life and career. So over to you, Clara. Would you like to add something?
Yes, sure. I mean, I guess what I want to say is, I want to invite everyone who's listening. Obviously, you probably have some questions, and sometimes the questions won't come to you immediately. So when you've had a chance to watch this and you've had a chance to take down the tips and note the tips and think about them, perhaps some questions may come up that haven't, that you don't currently have now. What I would invite you to do would be to don't be shy. Right? Don't just sit with your questions. There are no stupid questions at all. I would say reach out, right? You can follow Join Momentum on all of our social networks. You can pop a question into our LinkedIn or any network. Practically, someone will be able to give you further information or answer your questions and all of that. So I would like to hear your experiences. Part of what, I don't know if I mentioned this and I should just add it in, part of what I was seeking that made me look into joining Join Momentum is because I was seeking a greater work-life balance and I wanted to do work that I found more exciting. So I'm going to say whatever your own whatever it is that is inspiring you to want to consider career change or a career transition, make sure that it is the right reason. Ask questions, use the tips, as Anusree said, use the tips that we've offered you today. And if you've already career transitioned, what was your own experience? Share your experiences, share your own tips. We only gave 5 tips here, so we want to share more tips. We'd love to hear from you. So yes, that's I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to hand over to Rukaiyyah.
Okay, so as we come to the end of our conversation today, we have covered 5 key tips for navigating career transition successfully. That will be, I'll just go over the tips. That will be self-assessment and reflection, research and exploration, skill development and training, building a strong personal brand, and embracing flexibility and adaptability. I will put it out there that all these tips at Join Momentum, you'll be able to achieve a successful career transition where as you join the Career Accelerator program that Join Momentum offers. Thank you very much.
So on that note, guys, I would say goodbye, everyone, and see you on the next episode of your favorite lunchtime podcast, the Lunch and Learn podcast, brought to you by Join Momentum. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you have a fantastic day.
Keep learning. Yeah, keep learning, keep growing, and exploring new possibilities in your career journey. Bye.
And don't forget to use those tips.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Next episode on Join Momentum Lunch and Learn podcast.
Are you an expert in your field, or do you provide professional services and consultation? Do you have knowledge that someone would be willing to pay for? Do you know how to monetize that knowledge and turn it into a sustainable online business? You're not alone. Many professionals find it challenging to create a profitable online business around their expertise. But now, there's a solution. Subscribe to the Customer Skills Consultation App waitlist and download the Knowledge Monetization Toolkit packed with practical strategies and real-world examples that will help you monetize your skills, knowledge, and create a sustainable online income. Whether you're a coach, consultant, author, speaker, teacher, or any other type of expert, this ebook will give you the tools and guidance you need to succeed. Don't wait any longer to monetize your knowledge. Join our waitlist now and take the first step towards creating a sustainable online income. Visit www.cashmyskills.com.
Welcome to Join Momentum, where we're not just a company, but a community of digital innovators. At Join Momentum, our mission is simple yet powerful: to accelerate digital talents and business productivity through practical work experiences, trainee internships, and talent placement. We believe in the transformative power of hands-on experience and mentorship, so all our associates learn by doing, not just theories. Through these efforts, we build innovative products and solutions that address user needs and create value for our candidates, clients, and stakeholders. You can partner with us in our mission to accelerate digital talents and increase business productivity by working with us, hiring our talents, or investing in us. This is Join Momentum.